Hey, what's going on, guys? Alex here with TFL Bike, and I have two monkeys in front of me, and I'm introducing you to my latest motorcycle purchase. You may have caught on by now. I do this often. That's kind of the most fun part about riding motorcycles, is searching for a new one. And I bought this insane, we're calling it the Super Monkey, and today we're going to be comparing it to Tommy's pretty much stock Honda Monkey. And it's looking a little sad next to mine, dude.
Oh, you know it, Alex. So this is a 2021 Monkey. That's also a 2021 Monkey with thousands and thousands of dollars in upgrades that I really don't understand. So Alex is going to walk us through it today, and then at the end of this video, we're going to drag race them and see if all those mods have actually paid off. So let's talk engines on the Monkey. This is the stock engine in my 2021 Honda Monkey. It's a 125cc single cylinder unit, right around 10 horsepower, the same engine you'll find in the Grom and the Super Cub and the Honda Trail 125. And then these are the 2021 models, so you have 4-speed transmissions. Now you'll notice a couple of things about this Monkey. First of all, the airbox is this big chunky black thing, and the exhaust comes out of the head and then makes a little circle. There's a catalytic converter, and then out the back via this chrome cover. Now the great thing about these Monkeys, even though they're not all that quick, this one will top out about 50, 55. They're incredibly reliable and very, very long-lived. Something that would concern me about upgrading the engine, as has been done on Alex's bike.
So let's talk about the motor on the Super Monkey. I haven't done any work to this bike yet. This is exactly how I bought it, and there's been a lot of work done. First of all, just some aesthetic pieces. Got a little carbon fiber ring on there. But this is cammed. It has an ECU flash, aftermarket spark plug. It's got enhanced lifter plates, aftermarket clutch kit, stiffer springs, lightened oil spinner. The list goes on and on and on. So I'll flash some of the specs up on the screen. We have this Yoshimura exhaust on the back here. Really cool dinger built mid-length intake right there that replaces that kind of ugly big black box that's on Tommy's Monkey. Overall, super cool look.
All right, so I've got a question, Alex.
Yeah.
So someone probably has at least $1,000 in this engine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
At least.
What is the point? Why wouldn't you just buy a bike with a bigger engine already? I mean, the thing about the Monkey is it's tiny and slow, but putting $1,000 or more into an engine is not going to make it not tiny and slow.
It's faster than your Monkey, but the main thing is, I think it's for attention. We've had both these Monkeys parked in the office for a few days, and how many times have people been staring at your Monkey, screaming about it in the office when we've had visitors come by? But
using your exact words, I could buy a Monkey and a TW200 for the price of the mods on this bike.
Yeah, but I didn't pay for the mods.
Well, okay. Now, aesthetically, I think Honda nailed the Monkey out of the box. Depending on the year, you've got a bunch of different colors, ranging from red to yellow to blue. There's now a new black Monkey as well, I think, for 2022, if you want kind of the sinister looking Monkey. But there isn't much I would personally change on this bike, because people that try to make him kind of badass and street worthy, people that try to make him super off-road worthy or racy, I mean, it's a Monkey. You're not going to be fooling anybody. But let's kind of start at the front. So on the stock Monkey, you have this elevated height front fender, which gives you kind of a nice chunky gap between the wheel and the tire. And the cool thing about this is, like, I've taken this Monkey off-road, and when you're throwing up rocks and stuff, you're not going to get anything jammed between there. You do have the little horn mounted up front here. Down here, we've got the big front disc brake with, on this model, ABS, the stock front shock as well. And then the turn signals, I really like these turn signals. They're these little kind of retro looking bullet style turn signals in chrome. Now, of course, no windshield, because why would you need a windshield on a bike that goes like 45 miles an hour? Lots and lots of chrome up here by the gauge cluster. So kind of the retro look, right? This was modeled after, I think it was called the Honda Z50 from like 40, 50 years ago, and that was all chromy and kind of retro, and that's what they've done on the new one as well. Big chrome mirrors up here. Now, as we look at kind of some of the controls, very, very large brake and clutch levers, which is great for a beginner like me, because I can just grab on without having to think much about it. Super easy to access. As we make our way back, one of the coolest things about the Monkey is the ginormous seat. So these are small bikes. However, the seat does increase the rideable heights, makes it a little bit less low to the ground, and it's also incredibly paddy. So as you're riding along, it's nice having that extra seat comfort, because of course the suspension is a little bit limited, being an old school style bike with not a lot of travel. As we come along to the back, you'll notice the bullet style turn signals are out back here as well, which look very, very cool. And then there are 1 or 2 mods done on this bike, such as like the little fender eliminator, which I do agree with Alex, looks incredibly stupid. So that is nice to have the little fender eliminator on there. But overall, the bike is pretty cool out of the box. You definitely get a fair number of stairs as you ride along. And check this out, of course, on this side of the monkey, we've got the little chain guard with all the stickers, including the cold and hot tire PSIs, which is very important, Alex. And then over here, we also have the tire chain adjustment, something that your monkey is missing. And then, of course, the stock sprocket because of, I don't know. You think that the guy who built your monkey knows more than Honda about how to tune gearing?
Maybe. When's the last time you checked your tire pressure or adjusted your chain?
You never.
Yeah.
But my point is, the Honda Motor Corporation put how many hundreds of millions into the monkey? And then your guy went ahead and changed the sprockets? Unbelievable.
We'll see what happens in the drag race. There's a good reason for it. All right, now jumping back to the Super Monkey, we have an aftermarket Gallifrey front brake rotor with aftermarket pads, stainless steel braided brake lines from Cormoto, and they're even color matched. Kinda. They're not quite the same shade of blue. This front fender has been dropped down with this lowering bracket right here, gives it a really cool kind of sporty look. Moving up top to the headlight, my little headlight ring is not falling out. Got this windscreen on here for extra aerodynamics to get that, you know, crazy wind over my helmet. It's much needed. And then the dash area. My chrome ring has been removed for some extra weight savings, so don't have to look at that. It also doesn't blind me in the sun. And I've got a tack right there. Even lights up blue. Now I know exactly what RPM I'm at. And then moving down here, a temp gauge too, and it's integrated into the clamp for the handlebar, so really cool look there. Moving back to the tank, I've got a little dent here, but this bike came with 2 tanks, so I have a brand new stock tank sitting in my garage. Probably gonna do some sort of custom paint scheme on this one and then have the undented stock one if I ever wanted to go back to that look. I've got this seat on here, which is a really cool look, and that's really what sold me on this bike was the seat. I think it's really cool looking, but it's terrible to ride on. Let me show you. If I hop on the bike, I'm sitting way too close to the handlebars and I end up having to like throw my elbows out like this. It just becomes really uncomfortable to grab the levers. So I do have the stock seat. It would be much more comfortable if I put it on, but I'm not going to because I like the way this looks. Now moving back to the brake light, turn signals have been removed, replaced with this TST Industries integrated turn signal and taillight unit. So just one side starts to blink, and that will be going away soon because I really do like the look of the European taillight with the chrome. I think it serves the bike much better. Moving to the side here, aftermarket pegs. Just to give you a little more grip on there, not quite the giant rubbery things that are on Tommy's monkey. We've got some axle sliders from Woodcraft right here, both in the front and the back. Aftermarket shift lever right here, and it even has a brace tucked behind there, so you can really smack this down and not worry about doing too much damage to it. Front turn signals, they're gonna go soon too, because they would look much better on a sport bike like a Grom. Levers are aftermarket levers from Taiga. They're also going because I'm just not a fan of how they look. I'm gonna go for some CRGs. What else? Sprockets, it's been re-geared. We're at a 14 in the front and a 46 tooth in the rear, so a little bit different gearing there. This side cover does not come factory on the monkey, but because this aftermarket exhaust was added, this was also added to kind of clean up the look. In the back, also aftermarket rotor, aftermarket pads, and aftermarket chain adjusters. Fender eliminator, just like Tommy's bike. Suspension is completely stock. And there's so much stuff on this bike. I know I'm missing some stuff, but those are the big things.
So Alex, all banter aside, your monkey is extremely cool and I am very jealous. But question for you, because you're far more involved in this world than I am. When you look at like the Honda Monkey or the Honda Grom, both of these small Honda mini motos, which one is more customizable from like a do-it-yourself, let's make it really cool perspective?
I think it's kind of tied, honestly. Before I bought this bike, I would have said the Grom, but doing some research and looking into it, clearly there's a lot that can be done to a monkey, and a lot of these parts are interchangeable between the monkey and the Grom. There's definitely a lot more people out there doing this kind of thing to the Grom, but that just makes it all that much cooler when you roll up to a mini moto meet on one of these, and I'm really excited to do that because I know all the Grom people are gonna lose their mind over this.
It's very, very cool. Now, you bought this bike for how much?
$3,400.
And the MSRP on the Monkey for 2021 is right around $4 grand, right? How much do you think the previous owner has into it with the mods and the purchase price and all of it?
So I just tallied up some of the mods, or at least everything I had written down. It was about $3,500, and there were some things missing, so probably close to $8,000 all in on this bike.
Wow.
So yeah, not a bad deal for $3,400.
The interesting thing there is, of course, that the mods you add do not add any intrinsic value when you go to resell it.
Yeah, I was actually the third owner of this bike, so the first owner took a huge loss, sold it to another guy for right around $3,400. He rode it for a few months, sent it on my way. So yeah, if you're looking to modify a bike and get your money back out of it, don't do it.
All right, what we got here is the world's most disappointing drag race.
All right, so we're racing to the Tacoma. I'm re-geared, got a ton of aftermarket parts, so hoping this doesn't let me down. Here we go. Oh, it's closer than I thought it was gonna be.
Come on, monkey!
But I got him.
All right, I was expecting Alex to, like, you know, kick Tommy's you know what down the road, but it was pretty close.
Wow. So at the low end, it's pretty even.
Yeah, it was closer than I thought it was gonna be.
And then the second you get to the higher RPMs, you really take off.
Take off.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So we'll have more riding footage of this later on. Just a drag race for now. We'll review this in the future, but
yeah, for sure.
Pretty good race.
Dude. Okay, it's quicker. So I think the cool thing we've proved is just how diverse this platform is. The Monkey really has a lot of modification potential if you're willing to pay for it, or you can buy it, you know, like Alex did, and let someone else take the mod on it. Plus, it made it quicker.
Yeah, spend all your time on Craigslist as I do, and you too can score good deals like this. So there you go. I just wanted to kind of introduce my new bike to the channel. I'm officially part of the Minimoto gang now, so I'll be out on those Minimoto group rides around Denver pretty soon. Thanks for watching. More Minimoto content to come, and catch you in the next video.